how do you express 9 as index form? So 9 is 3 square, and then 4 is actually 2 square, and then a6, and then this is 11 squared and 2a squared. 2, we have it square. Okay, so 2 to the power of 3 times 2 power 5 will be 2 to the power of 3 plus 5, which is 2 to the power 8. Okay, second page. How do we fill in all these answers here? Okay, so we shall do the same. Okay, so all these are either the product rule, the power rule, the quotient rule, etc. Okay, so let's use, okay, first one we use example, numerical values. When you have 2 power 1 times 2 power 2, 2 power 1 is actually 2, 2 power 2 is actually 4, so we actually have the number 8, and 8 in index form is 2 power 3. Okay, so therefore we have a power 3 times a power 4 will be a power 7. Okay, so in general, a power m times a power n will be a power of m plus n. Okay, second question. 5 power 6 times 5 divide by 5 power 2. 5 power 6 is actually 15625. 5 power 2 is 25. So when you divide them, your answer is 625. Okay, 625 is written as 5 to the power of 4. So if we change the base to a instead of 5, so we have a to the power of 7. Why 7? Because 10 minus 3. Okay, so if we divide, okay, in general, not numbers but m and n, so we will use m minus n. Okay, next one, this is power of power. So here we have 4 to the power of 3, which is 64. Okay, 64 is written as 2 to the power 6. Okay, so example, if the base is not 2 but a, okay, so a to the power of 8 and to the power of 4, that will be a to the power of 32. Okay, how do we get 32? Is m multiplied by n. Okay, the powers multiply together. Next, okay, 3 to the power 2 is 9. 4 to the power 2 is 16. So therefore, this is 144. And 144 is written as 12 squared. Okay, so now if we have the power the same, the base can be combined. So here, if we have power the same, the base can be combined. So we are getting a times b to the power of 5. So in general, if I have these two having the same power, the base can be combined to become ab to the power m. Okay, next, okay, 4 to the power 5 is 1024. 2 to the power 5 is 32. So when you divide 1024 by 32, it is equals to 32. Okay, so how do we write it? We will write it as 4 divided by 2, because 4 to the power 5 divided by 2 power 5. So here, if I have the number, the base is changed to a. Okay, so change to a and b, so the power is the same, so we can write it to be a over b to the power 7. So in general, if a power m divided by b power m, that will be equals to a over b to the power of m, provided b cannot be 0. If b is 0, then it is not defined, because denominator cannot be equals to 0. Okay, next, this is something that you haven't learned. Actually, 6 to the power of 0 is actually 1. Okay, so a power 0 is also 1, provided a cannot be 0. Okay, next, 5 squared, 25. 5 power 4 is 625. So 25 divided by 625 is actually 5 to the power of negative 2. Okay, so 1 over a squared is a to the power of negative 2. Okay, if 1 over a power n, that will be a power of negative n. Of course here a cannot be 0 again because of the denominator. Okay, next one, fractional. This one more for Sec 3, but we can still learn it. Okay, a power 1/3 times a power 1/3 times a power 1/3. So here we can say this is a power 1/3 to power 3. Why 3? Because this one, and this one add together, so 3 lor. Okay, so we also learned that a power 1/3 times a power 3 raised to the power 3, which is a to the power of 1/3 times 3. 1/3 times 3 is a power 1. Okay, a power 1. Okay, and so a power of 1, a power 1 upon n is written as a to the power n. So this is the n root of a. So you can see what, okay, how do we get a a? How do we get a? Isn't it cube root times cube root times cube root? 3 of them multiply together to get the number a. So each of them, isn't it the cube root? So if the n is 3, so that means it will be the cube root of 3, cube root of a. If the n root, there will be n root of a. Okay, so n referring to positive integer. Okay, next, when we have something raised to the power of 5, so we can multiply the power together, so we get a power 4. Okay, so what do you multiply raised to power 5 in order to get a power 4? The only answer will be a power m and power n, root n, the n root. Okay, maybe these two questions and these two are actually new. Okay, it's question 6, 7, 8, 9. Question 6 and 7 we'll do it today, and then 8, 9 is more for Sec 3. Okay, but it's good to know. A to the power of 3 divide by a power 3, so we will have a to the power of 3 minus 3, and so it's a power 0. Okay, so we can say that a power 0 is, this is a power 0, but you can also say that a power 3 divided by a power 3 is actually equals to 1. So therefore a power 0 is actually 1. Okay, try it again. A power 8 times a power negative 8, so we are going to have 8 plus negative 8. 8 plus negative 8 is 0. So can we say that a power 0 here is actually also equals to 1, because a power 8 divide by a power 8. So divide, okay, divide by a power 8, so a power 0, which is, you know that by cancellation your answer is actually a 1. Okay, by arithmetic way of doing. Okay, a power n divide by a power n, that will be a to the power of n minus n, which is a0. Okay, so this is also equals to a0, and so we can say that a0 is actually a 1. What about negative indices? Okay, when you have a power 3 divided by a power 5, that will be a power 3 minus 5, which is negative 2. And what is actually negative 2? So you see, if you were to have a power 3 divided by a power 5, when you do arithmetic, you will see that there are 3 a's, there are 5 a's at the denominator. So after cancellation, you have 1 over a square. Okay, so we can say that 1 over a power negative 2 is 1 over a square. Okay, next one, a power 4 divided by a power 9, that will be a power of 4 minus 9, which is negative 5. Okay, so if you look at this fraction, on the numerator you have 4 a's, on the denominator you have 9 a's. So after simplifying, you have a5 at the denominator. So therefore we can also say that a power negative 5 is the same as 1 over a power 5. Okay, so a power negative n will be 1 over a n. Okay, next, how do we change 27 into index form, and then only we want prime factors, okay, prime base. So 27 is related to 3. So 27 is 3 times 3 times 3, so which is 3 cubed. Okay, and then 6 is made up of 2 times 3. So if 6 square, that will be 2 times 3 square. And 2 times 3 square is actually 2 square times 3 square. So that is the index form, and then the base is prime numbers. 2 and 3 are both prime numbers. Okay. Okay, simplify the following and express your answer in index form with prime bases. Okay, so prime bases, so both have the same base 5, 5. So we will add up the power, which is 5 to the power 7. Okay, this is not prime base, so we got to change it to prime base. 4 is actually 2 square. So 2 square cubed times 2 square to the power of 4, and then the whole thing raised to power 2 again. Okay, let's settle the brackets. Okay, so this is 2 power of 2, then 3, so that will be 2 power of 2 times 3, which is 2 power 6. And then this one is 2 power of 8. Okay, and then because they both have the same base, so when you multiply these two together, that will be 2 to the power of 6 plus 8. Okay, which is 2 to the power of 14, and then raised to the power of 2, which means this will be 2 to the power of 14 times 2, which is 2 to the power of 28. So next, this one is easy. 3 to the power of 2, then raised to the power of 3. So that will be 3 to the power of 2 times 3, which is 3 to the power of 6. Okay, last page. Okay, last page. Simplify the following. 3 to the power of 0. Okay, the base is not 0, so 3 power 0 is just 1. Okay, negative 35 raised to the power 0 is also 1. X raised to the power of 0 is also 1, provided x cannot be equals to 0. Okay, and then here 3 power 2 divided by 3 power 5, so that will be 1 over 3, 5 minus 2 here, which is 1 over 3 cubed. Okay, 2 power 5 cannot reduce anymore, but 8 we can reduce to 2 power 3. So 2 to the power 3 to the power of 2, which is actually 2 to the power 5 divided by 2 to the power of 6. How do I get 6? 3 times 2, so 6. So 2 power 5, 2 power 6, so I have 1 over 2. This is 4 over 25. So multiply together, you get 4 over 25. You want to evaluate the value, so this is 4 over 25. You don't have to put it, oh sorry, this one you have to put it to be 1 over 27, because you want the value. You are not expressing it in terms of indices. Okay, so you must check the question, what the question wants. So like previous question, we put it to be index form. Okay, next one. Okay, simplify the following. Okay, simplify the following. So here 1 power 3 is just 1. 1 power of many powers is just 1. Okay, question 6. 3 over 4 raised to the power 0 is actually a 1. And then 2/5 raised to the power negative 3, we can say it is 5 over 2 raised to the power of 3. So we have 5 raised to the power 3 and 2 raised to the power 3, which is 125 over 8. And if you want, you can work out the answer in mixed number. Okay, next. Okay, this negative 3. Okay, let's remove this and let's try to change this to positive. So this is power negative 3. So if I change to positive 3, that means I'm having the reciprocal of this number. Okay, so power 3 reciprocal. See, can you see that I inverted it? Okay, so now because it is positive raised to the power 3, so it's going to be positive. But this one, negative number raised to the power 3, you can get a final answer which is a negative number. So this is going to be 5 to the power 3 and then 3 power 3, which is negative 125 over 27. Okay. 4 upon 9 raised to the power negative 2. Okay, I am going to get this into positive by putting 9 over 4 raised to the power 2 and then multiply with the power negative 3. I change it to 8 upon 27. 8 upon 27 power 3. Can you see I inverted it, the fraction? I also inverted this fraction. So now both are in positive number already. Okay, so I am going to combine all of them using prime number base. So 9 is actually 3 square. So 3 square, so that will be 3 power 4. Okay, and then 4 is actually 2 square. So this will be 2 power 4. Okay, and then 8 is actually 2 cube. So 2 cube, this will be 2 power 9. And then this 27 is 3 cube. Cube, this will be also power 9. Okay, so can you see that this is 2 power 9 and 2 power 4. So I'm left with 2 power 5 because 9 minus 4 is 5. And then the denominator, I have 9 3's here. I have 4 3's here. So after cancellation, I have 5 3's there. Okay, so 2 power 5 is actually 32. And then 3 to the power 5 is 243. So we have 32 over 243. Okay, last question 7. Let me repeat. So 8 power 3, 8 is actually 2 cube. So 2 cube to the power of 3. Then 49 is 7 square. Divide by 14 means divide by 7, divide by 2. So divide by 14, no? Okay, so 36, I can say is 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is 2 squared times 3 squared. Okay, and then multiply with 2 to the power 7. Okay, so now everything is in terms of either 2, base 2 or base 7 or base 3. Okay, let me put all the base 2 together. So this is 2 power 9. Okay, minus, divide means minus 1. Then minus 2, minus 7. Okay, so all the 2's are here already. Next is base 7. Okay, 7 squared divided by 7, so 7 to the power 1. And then this one here, I'm left with 3 square. So 3 square is the denominator. So I have 7 on the numerator. And then this one is 2 to the power negative 1, so it will be placed at the denominator. 3 square is 9. So I have 2 times 9, which is 18. Okay, and then 7. And this one, this is a negative number when I raise to a power of 7. So my final answer is going to be negative. Okay, so negative. My final answer negative, so you see all the way negative. So this is 7 to the power of 7. Okay, divide by 49 square. 49 is 7 square. So 7 square square, which is 7 power 4. Okay, so 7 power 4 and 7 power 7. So you are getting 7 to the power of 3. So 7 power 3 is 343.